All right, so you've probably heard about this OnePlus 12R.
Yeah, the hype is real.
It's promising like power and speed and all those things you want in a phone.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes those marketing campaigns,
They kind of go overboard.
yeah, they get a little much. So let's cut through that noise and figure out what this phone is really all about.
Sounds good.
That's why we're here.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to be breaking down a review from RechargeMyTopup.com.
Okay.
And they're known for their thorough tech assessment. So by the end of this deep dive, you'll have all the info you need to decide if the OnePlus 12R is right for you.
I love that. So first up, Recharge My Top Up talks about the design and the build quality. They're raving about this sleek aluminum frame and like this matte glass back.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
But you know me, I'm clumsy.
Oh, no.
So I immediately zeroed in on that Corning Gorilla Glass Victus too.
Ah, smart thinking.
What does that even mean?
So that means this phone is designed to handle those bumps and scrapes of everyday life, you know?
Okay.
And you drop it every now and then, it's going to be okay. And the IP65 rating is another huge plus.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. What is that?
Dust and water resistance.
Ooh, that's nice.
Yeah, so peace of mind right there.
I like it. Okay, but can we talk about this display?
Sure.
6.78 inches,
Wow.
LTPO4 AMOLED screen with 120 hertz refresh rate
That's impressive.
and HDR10 plus.
Okay, yeah.
And Dolby Vision.
That's a mouthful.
This sounds like a dream for watching movies or even just scrolling through Instagram.
It is, and what's really cool about LTPO4 is that it's super energy efficient.
Really?
Yeah, but let's translate that into, real-world benefits.
Okay.
Scrolling's going to be buttery smooth.
Uh,
Colors are incredibly vibrant, lifelike. You'll be able to see everything in stunning detail.
I like that.
And that peak brightness means you can actually use your phone outdoors without squinting.
Okay, you sold me on the display.
All right.
But what is powering this thing? What's under the hood?
Right, so Recharge My Top Up talks about the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chipset.
Okay, I saw that.
And they say it's super powerful.
Well, what does that actually mean for, like, everyday use?
Okay, so think of it this way.
Okay.
The Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, it's like the engine of a sports car.
Ooh, I like that.
It means apps launch instantly.
Nice.
You can switch between a bunch of tasks without any lag.
Good.
And even those graphics-heavy games, they're going to run smoothly.
I need that.
It's all about that seamless, responsive experience.
But wait a second. Didn't OnePlus have some kind of controversy about storage with this phone?
Yeah, you're right.
What was that about?
It turned out that the 256GB variant wasn't using the super fast UFS 4.0 storage like they advertised.
Really?
Yeah, it was kind of a misstep for them.
So what happened? Did they just ignore it?
No, to their credit,
Okay.
they addressed the issue.
Good.
And they actually offered refunds to anyone who bought that 256GB model early on
Oh, wow.
and felt misled. So that's good on them.
Okay, point for transparency.
Absolutely.
So we've covered the design, the amazing display performance. What about the camera?
So here's my top-up mention. It has a triple lens setup.
Okay, yeah, I saw that.
You've got a 50MP main camera,
Okay.
an 8MP ultra wide for those sweeping landscape shots,
Yeah.
and a 2MP macro lens for getting up close and personal with those tiny details.
Nice.
Oh, and we can't forget the 16MP front-facing camera.
Yeah, for all the selfies.
For all those selfies, exactly.
That all seems pretty standard. What makes this camera stand out?
Okay, so here's where it gets interesting.
Okay.
The 50MP main camera has OIS.
What is that?
It's optical image stabilization.
Okay, does that actually make a difference?
It makes a huge difference.
Really?
So OIS helps keep your shots steady, even if your hands are a little shaky.
Oh.
That means sharper images, especially in low light.
Okay.
And smoother videos.
So no more blurry picture.
No more blurry pictures. You got it.
I definitely need that in my life. What about video recording?
So the OnePlus 12R can shoot video in 4K resolution.
Ooh.
You can capture all those special moments in crisp detail.
Nice.
Imagine all the creative possibilities.
Okay, now for a feature that's always at the top of my list, audio,
Okay.
what's the audio experience like on this phone?
Get ready for immersive sound.
Okay.
This phone has stereo speakers with Dolby Atmos support.
Wow.
It's like having a mini home theater in your pocket.
I like that.
Whether you're watching movies or listening to music,
Uh-huh.
you'll be surrounded by rich spatial audio.
That sounds awesome, but I've heard rumors that there's no headphone jack.
Unfortunately, that rumor is true.
Really?
They skipped the headphone jack on this model.
Ah, bummer.
Yeah, might be a deal breaker for some folks.
I still love my wired headphones, but hey, at least we have some pretty impressive connectivity to make up for it.
That's true.
Recharge My Top Up lists 5G for lightning-fast downloads,
Huh.
Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 5.3 NXC for all your contactless payments.
Oh, yeah.
And wait, is that an infrared port?
It is.
Talk about a throwback.
Right. It's not something you see very often these days.
No.
But it could come in handy if you need to control your TV or your EC unit with your phone.
All right, let's talk battery life.
Okay.
Nobody wants a phone that dies in the middle of the day.
Right.
What's this phone packing?
Prepare yourself.
Okay.
This phone has a massive 5,500 mAh battery.
Wow.
RechargeMyTopup says that should easily translate to a full day of power, even if you're a heavy user.
A full day. I love to hear that.
Yeah.
But what if you forget to charge it overnight?
No worries.
Okay.
That's where the OnePlus 12R really shines. We're talking 100W SUPERVOOC charging.
100W.
That means you can go from nearly empty to fully charged in just 26 minutes.
Wait, 26 minutes?
That's all it takes.
That's insane. Okay, you have my attention, but is there wireless charging?
So that's the one downside.
Really?
No wireless charging on this model.
Oh, bummer.
And it's a feature that's becoming more and more common, so its absence might be a deal breaker for some people.
Yeah, I'm one of those people.
I get it.
I love the convenience of wireless charging.
Mhm.
So the 12R has a lot going for it, but no wireless charging.
Yeah.
That's a bummer. Let's shift gears and talk about the software experience.
Okay.
What can you tell me about OxygenOS 14?
All right. So OxygenOS 14 runs on top of Android 14.
Okay.
And it's one of the things that makes this phone so enjoyable to use. It's known for being super clean,
Okay.
bloatware-free, and incredibly fluid.
No bloatware, sign me up.
Right. It's basically like using stock Android,
Okay.
but with a few thoughtful additions from OnePlus.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So OxygenOS 14 sounds pretty amazing.
It is.
I mean, who doesn't love like a clean and bloatware-free Android experience?
Yeah, exactly.
What are some of those thoughtful additions you mentioned?
So one thing RechargeMyTopup highlighted was Zen mode.
Zen mode.
Yeah, have you heard of that?
Is that like for meditating or something?
Kind of. It's designed to help you disconnect and just focus.
Okay.
So when you activate Zen mode, it basically blocks all distractions.
So like no notifications?
No notifications, no calls, no temptation to like scroll through social media.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
That's a great way to reclaim some peace and quiet.
I could use some of that for sure. What else does OxygenOS 14 have?
Okay, so another cool feature is the always-on display.
What is on display?
So that means you can see basic information like the date notifications without having to unlock your phone.
That's super convenient.
It is, right?
Definitely. And I know you're a gamer,
I am.
so I bet you're excited about game mode.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
What does that do?
So game mode optimizes the phone's performance specifically for gaming.
Okay.
So you get the smoothest, most responsive experience possible.
Maybe that's it.
All about minimizing lag and maximizing your chances of winning.
Nice. Okay, so the OnePlus 12R has a lot going for it. The design, the display, the performance, the software. But let's be practical here. Where does it fall in terms of price?
Right.
Is it really a flagship killer, or is it more of like a mid-range phone?
That's a great question, and it's one that a lot of people are asking.
Mm-hmm.
So the OnePlus 12R is definitely priced competitively
Okay.
within that mid-premium segment.
So not the cheapest.
Not the cheapest, but it's not trying to compete with those top-tier flagships either.
Okay, so it's striking a balance.
Yeah.
Offering those high-end features without like the crazy high-end price tag.
Exactly.
But how does it stack up against the competition in this price range?
Right.
There are so many good phones out there.
There are. That's the thing. Choosing a phone isn't just about looking at a spec sheet.
True.
It's about figuring out what matters most to you and finding the phone that aligns with your priorities.
Yep.
Some people might prioritize camera capabilities. Others might focus on battery life or software features.
Makes sense.
It's all about finding the right fit.
So if I'm like a photography enthusiast who values image quality above everything else, the 12R might not be my top pick.
It depends. The OnePlus 12R does have a solid camera system, especially with that OIS feature.
Right.
But if you're really serious about photography and you need the most advanced features,
Yeah.
you might consider something like the Samsung Galaxy A54.
Oh, Samsung always a tough competitor.
They are.
What about people who are really into the Android experience?
Yeah.
You know, the purists who want that clean, bloatware-free interface?
Absolutely. So in that case, you might want to check out the Google Pixel 7a.
Okay, the Pixel.
It offers a very similar software experience to the OnePlus 12R. Very clean, very smooth, and it has all those Google signature AI features and timely software updates.
And Pixel phones are known for having fantastic cameras, too.
They do.
But what if someone's looking for something a little different? You know, a phone that stands out from the crowd, something with a bit of personality.
Ooh, I know, just the phone.
Okay, let's hear it.
For those who dare to be different, there's the Nothing phone, too.
The Nothing phone?
Yeah, it has this really unique transparent back with these customizable LED lights.
I've seen those. They look really cool.
Yeah, a real head turner.
But how does it perform? Is it as powerful as the 12R?
It's a solid performer,
Okay.
but it might not quite match the raw power of the OnePlus 12R, especially for like gaming or really demanding tasks.
Okay.
But again, it depends on your needs and your priorities.
So many choices.
I know, right?
It's like being a kid's a candy store, but instead of candy, it's amazing smartphones.
Exactly.
How does anyone supposed to fuse?
That's where a deep dive like this comes in handy.
That's true.
We're giving you all the information you need to make a good decision.
Mm-hmm.
So by understanding the key features, the pros and cons, how each phone compares to the competition,
Yeah.
you can narrow down your options and choose the phone that best fits your lifestyle, your budget, your priorities.
So the 12R is a solid contender,
It is.
but it's not necessarily the best phone for everyone.
Exactly. There is no best phone, only the best phone for you.
True.
Are you a photography fanatic? A power user, a software enthusiast? Or maybe you just want a phone that looks cool and makes you feel good when you hold it?
Mm-hmm.
There's no right or wrong answer.
Well said. I think we've given our listeners a lot to think about.
Hope so.
But before we wrap things up, what's your final piece of advice for anyone who's still on the fence about the OnePlus 12R or any phone for that matter? Yeah, that's great advice.
Yeah.
It's easy to get lost in like all the hype, you know, but it really comes down to what you need in a phone.
For sure.
What would you say is like the most important thing to consider when you're picking a new phone?
Honestly, I think it's doing your research.
Okay.
Don't just take our word for it or like anyone's word for it.
Yeah.
Read reviews from different sources, watch comparison videos,
Mm-hmm.
maybe even check out some tech forums, see what real users are saying.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
The more information you have, the better equipped you'll be to make a decision you're happy with.
That makes sense. And it's not just about the phone itself.
Right.
You got to think about things like the price, the carrier, the warranty.
Absolutely. It's all part of the bigger picture.
Mm.
And don't be afraid to ask questions, you know?
Mhm.
If you're not sure about something, reach out to the manufacturer, the retailer,
Yeah,
maybe even a tech-savvy friend.
right.
There are so many resources out there.
Totally.
There's no need to feel lost or overwhelmed.
This has been a really helpful deep dive. I feel like we've covered so much,
We have.
from the design and display to performance software. We even looked at some of the 12R's competitors.
Yeah, it's been good talking about all this with you.
Yeah, this was fun. So hopefully you're feeling more confident and informed about the OnePlus 12R now.
Yeah.
I know I am. But before we go, I want to remind you that all this info we talked about today, it's based on that in-depth review from RechargeMyTopup.com.
Right.
They are an amazing resource for all things tech.
Definitely check them out if you want to learn more.
Yeah, they have detailed analysis, comparisons, insights on smartphones, gadgets, all the latest tech trends.
Very much.
All right, that's a wrap on our OnePlus 12R deep dive.
It is.
We hope you enjoy this journey of exploration
Yeah.
and that you feel ready to make the best decision for your tech needs.
Absolutely.
Remember, the perfect phone is out there waiting for you. Just got to do your research, understand your priorities, and choose the one that's right for you.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
And if you enjoyed this deep dive and want to explore other tech gadgets or topics,
Yeah.
let us know. We're always on the lookout for exciting new tech to break down and make accessible for everyone.
Sounds good.
Until next time, happy tech exploring.